Yes! Yes, now blessed now, people. It's the weekend. I can't wait for the weekend to begin. Anybody know that number, yeah? Gonna have a couple of drinks tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Do need a trim. Don't get it twisted. But whilst I've got the beard, I thought we're gonna do some metal. Entombed. I've heard little bits and bobs of Entombed, yeah? I came into this a year back, right? Doing this channel, I thought Obituary were rubbish. I thought everything I've heard from Obituary's been bland. We listened to Obituary's first record. It was actually pretty good. Very varied, and I enjoyed it. Entombed, I fought with the brother of Obituary, but I preferred Entombed a whole lot better from what I've heard. But I couldn't tell you what I've actually heard. I've just heard a tune or two here and there. Without further ado, we're going to get into it. We're going to listen to their debut, Left Hand Path. We're starting with a 6-minute 40 tune, so you know that's painful to me. That's very painful. But we're going to get stuck in. We're going to see what I think. Goes out to all you metalheads, all you mad moshers out there. Leave your stories down below. Anything you disagree with, let me know. It's all subjective, innit? So, without further ado, this is the title track, Left Hand Path. We're listening to the E-Rate catalogue playlist, so, I assume it's going to be correct, but if the playlist is missing out or goes wrong, let me know, alright? I won't correct it, don't get me wrong. I'll be listening to other records by then, but here we are, okay? Left Hand Path, bada bing! Yo, guitar tones, yeah? Let's talk guitar tone. It sounds a bit like Nails. You know the band Nails, yeah? So there must be... Nails has got this meme about him. Like, I know naff all about gear and the tech side of instrumentation. But there's a meme about the Boss HM2 distortion pedal and Nails utilising them. It's the same guitar tone in my opinion. Let me know if I'm right there. Let me know if I'm right. But this is sounding borderline hardcore crust. Especially that start. You know what I mean? Made me think like we're going to go into just some blast grind stuff. Come on. I am gone, to be on. This life that you've gone. Don't be done, living at the door. Rolling into true on the road. Live your life, you can tell your death. Nothing to go into you ain't no back. This has got to be a remaster. Because if this was put out in the very early 90s, this is an incredible sound. This has got to be a remaster, right? We've got limited information here, so I don't know when this record was put out. We're going to have a look at the end of this video at the Wikipedia and the history surrounding the band at this particular time. So if you're interested in that, hold on. But yeah, the sound is brilliant. The low end is heavy as hell. Bit too long of a bridging section, that, to be honest. Just get straight back to it. Come on, let's get to the pit. Come on. I want to hear an ignorant mid-tempo thrash riff now. Don't let me down. Bro, we're going full Nightwish. We're going Nightwish. Yeah, I should have brought my wizard hat for this one. I like it. I do like this. Tone it down, tone it down. Right, okay. I got some opinions. That wasn't great for a first song, and I don't say that in regards to me not enjoying the music. I just think the placement of this being the first song we listened to, they were showing their full capabilities, but it left little to the imagination from here on in. Too many guitar solos. Dare I say it, but there was a lot of filler. It was all very good. That last solo, I would have rather they kept on the slower paced emotive stuff as opposed to like throw the shred in. It wasn't time for the shred. But the rhythm guitars during that bit were incredibly crushing and heavy, which gave a great contrast to the melodic elements we were hearing during that particular section. There was a great, what would you call it, a juxtaposition of feeling there. It was really good, and it was a great showcase of the talent. I know there's going to be some fantastic moments coming up, but I just think the track placement for this one is just random. I don't think it was great as a first track. If it would have ended at 3 minutes, then it would have been good. We should have left this till later on in the record. You know, 6 minutes 40 from the get-go, longest song, and most of it is based around instrumental and guitar soloing. It's a bit random to me. Let's keep it moving. We've got Drowned coming up next. All that being said, I enjoyed what I heard. Incredibly heavy. The production's on point. This has to be a remaster, because if they came out with this in the early 90s sounding like this, that's really good. That's really good. Guitar tones are just heavy as hell. Really my cup of tea. Drowned coming up next, alright? Hold on. dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Entombed. This is track number 2. Well, when I say we're listening to Entombed, I'm saying we're listening to Left Hand Path, the full record. This one's entitled Drowned. Let's go. Shout out to all the metalheads out there. Come on. The fast drums and the dum dum dum, what we're hearing so regular as of so far, gives me a real crusty feel. Those particular elements of the instrumental sound crust as hell to me, you know. You hear it a lot in D-beat music, and of course grind. This is really my style of metal. Power chords. Fast. Not fast to the extent as to where we're listening to, you know, just non-stop blasting and, you know, near to no groove and riffing. But fast-paced punk elements. Definitely a whole ton of punk elements within this music as of so far. The vocals are very consistent. He doesn't switch it up often as far as his performance, but what we have got is something that pleases me. I do like the vocal style. And I like to sometimes listen to these records and apply it in a sense that what if I heard a local band come up? Obviously there's been a bit of funding behind this, but a local band put out a record as of recent and it sounded like this. I like to apply it in that situation so I can understand how good the record actually is, in contrast to what you tend to get with the bands that surround you in the circuits around you. You know where I'm coming from? Moment. goes. That was briefer. A brief cadence at the very least. So, a big element of this band's sound is boom, 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 boom. Do you know what I mean? I don't know as to whether it's the bass guitar in particular, which is emphasizing the start of the beat and the root note, but the drums just kicking off, going fast pace, high tempo, and just a slower, sludgy, stabbier heaviness of them guitars. A lot of guitar solos which I don't like. I don't like all of the guitar solos. I'm not wowed by them. I'm not amazed by them. But it's definitely one for the push party. Mosh pit definitely going mad. Alright, we got Revel in Flesh coming up next. So, there's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV, Left Hand Path, full album. This is track 3, Revel in Flesh. Let's see what I think. Come on. This guy, Joan Perez Jimenez, says one of the best albums in death metal history. Nocturnal Evil says endlessly murderous. Big Footless says one of the best albums in music history. That's a bold statement. This has been the best track so far. Just a skank. Proper good. Very good. They didn't leave it too soon. I thought, I hope they don't just leave this section, but they turned it into a proper verse section, returned back to it, had it the right amount of time. I like that a lot. Just an amazing landmark in heavy music history, says Hellfire 8883. Nobody sounded like Entombed. The crazy tuning. What tuning were they? And the amazing effects of the Boss HM2. There we go. That's why it sounds like nails. And DS1 together make that deep cutting buzzsaw sounds that we all love and know so well now. It's still among the heaviest albums. I can only imagine how people reacted upon first release. Clandestine is equally an amazing album, although a shame that Petrov left for the album. The production on Clandestine isn't quite what it was on Left Hand Path, but still a great album. I didn't follow them into their Death and Roll transformation, but I'm thankful for the first 2 albums. Death and Roll, eh? What is Death and Roll? Is that borderline D-beat stuff? Rock and roll D-beat stuff? Dismember sounded a lot like Entombed or vice versa, and they came around at the same time. Dismember is a band we're going to check out soon. I'm aware of the artwork at the very least of like an ever-flowing stream. It does look cool, but I've never listened to the band properly. The punk influence is strong with this one, says yes, very. Yeah, it's good, it's good. That was a proper dodgy high scream in the end there. Full of character, it was dodgy as all. That was Revel in Flesh. Yeah, that was good. That was the best tune I've heard so far out of the three. Definitely. When Life is Ceased, coming up next, track number 4. Hold on tight, hold on tight. Oh, There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, Left Hand Path, track number 4. Hey, it's going to be tough if it outshines the last one. Maybe we're on a winning streak right now from this record. When Life has Ceased, come on. Who's Pedro, the drummer? Heavy metal. one thing about Entombed is that they're very consistently high energy. At least on this record, as of so far, that's been the case. Very high energy band. Very cool, very cool. I don't have too much to say about this tune in particular. It was good, it held the standard, but overall, you know, nothing in particular really wowed me. If you like your fast, you know, metal music, it ticks all the boxes, right? We've got Supposed to Rock coming in next at 2 minutes 5, so I wonder, I'm looking forward to this to see what comes on here. It might actually be an instrumental, you never know, you never know. I'm hoping that it's a proper tune. Let's go. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, track 5 of 12. We're listening to Left Hand Path. This one is Supposed to Rock. Come on. 2 minutes 5. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Wasn't even 2 minutes 5. Less than 2 minutes, that. Quality. Yeah, quality, 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 quality. If it was a full record like that, I'd be straight on there. What are these comments saying? Simply amazing that... Oh my God. It is simply amazing that these guys were 15 years old when they came up with a whole genre on its own. One of the most prevalent music genres ever. So, I don't know what music genre he's on about, but 15 years old? What? What genre did they come up for? Is this guy gassed saying death metal? Bands like Necrovore, Necrophagia, Terminal Death, Repulsion, Death, Sarcophago, Sodom, Early Sepultura, Possessed, Massacre, Inside. This guy knows what he's on about. Were the blueprints for death metal and black metal. Not Entombed. Yeah, this came way too late. If he's talking about death metal. 15 years old. What the heck? This guy saying I could listen to 0 seconds to 2 seconds all day. What a great intro. Now, we're going to have to listen to what he's on about that. For me, this song is not death metal, but more like blackened grind with this sound. This is literally the album that defined death. No! And somebody said the album that defined good death. Hey, you know what, people? I would take this to Morbid Angel's Altars of Madness. Definitely, this is way, way, way more up my alley. Let's see this first 2 seconds. Little counting to the first note. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. We've got But Life Goes On coming up next for 3 minutes, which is relatively short as of so far. Okay. Yes, now bless now. Nice positive little number here. Nice little posi-core tune. When life goes on. But life goes on, should I say. My bad, people. Track number 6, coming to the halfway point. Let's go. Left Hand Path. LG was the frontman, the vocalist passed, unfortunately. He put some good work out by the seams of things, so the legacy lives on, eh? Grim. My introduction to Entombed thanks to the Grind Crusher compilation. Grind Crusher. I don't know if I actually had that, to be fair, if you on CD. Grind Crusher compilation. Did they do a few of them? Fortunately, somebody says get well soon, LG. Shaved Badger 2 years ago. Mad. Swedish. Come on. That was But Life Goes On. I mean, what can we say? What can we say at this point? You know what I'm going to do from here? I'm going to have a little breather just to refresh the old ears, because it's a very consistent record, and when consistency comes into play, you know, it feels like you've spoken on everything you've needed to. So we've got Bitter Loss coming up next, track number 7. I'll see you on the flip.
Finer things.
Life's Finer Things. We're listening to Entombed, Left Hand Path. This is track number 7 of 12. This one's entitled Bitter Loss. Let's go, people. Come on. So as the front man on this recording, is he playing a guitar as well? When he performed live, did he have a guitar as well? Or I assume so, right? Come on. There's clean vocals, apparently. Reminded me of Voivod for a second there. People, should I check out Voivod? From what I've heard, they sound a bit corny. They sound like dad rock. Everybody rates them, but they just sound like dad rock metal. Am I missing out on something there? It does not sound good. It doesn't sound like I can mosh to it. It's not straightforward enough, you know? Where are these clean vocals at? Come on. Heavy metal, come on. Nice to hear a hi every once in a while, you know? Just a nonsensical guitar solo. Could have got rid of that, no need. Didn't add much to the track. Come on. Cool, nice little drum fill at the end. With the choking of the hi-hat, I did like that a lot. Maybe it wasn't a hi-hat, who knows? Who knows, but I enjoyed that. That was bitter loss. Yeah, the clean vocals were good. I think the band could have pulled off doing clean vocals and just keeping the same instrumentation. Still be a very good band, in all fairness. Still worked very well with the music. If anything, gave it like a doomy approach to it, you know. We got Morbid Devourment coming up next, track number 8. Hold on to your Nike 95s, people. I know that's not a metalhead shoe, but you got to own a pair. I'm a Nike 95 aficionado, alright? Morbid Devourment coming up next. There's Rocksteady Left Hand Path. We're listening to the full record. This one's Morbid Devourment, track 8 of 12. Look at this, become a legend, try now. Don't think so, mate. I'm already a legend, alright? Morbid Devourment. Let's jump straight in. Internet's not great, clearly. So, I'll just warble for a second. Bought some guitar picks. I hadn't owned guitar picks in so long, man. I've just been strumming along with my fingers. That's how I learned how to play guitar, and that's sort of where I feel the most comfortable. But you can't riff with precision. You can't play great lead guitar, for the most part, without a pick. Used to take guitar lessons. I got recommended Jazz Freeze, alright? John Petrucci uses them. But I like Jim Dunlop .88. That's something that's stuck with me for life. I've also got some .60s here for strumming. This one's Morbid Devourment. Let us go. Come on. Frozen Soul does a great cover of this track. Indeed they do. And don't steal riffs like Gate Creeper. LeMayo loved them both for real. Yeah, I don't know if you love them both with a comment like that. Or what's the deal with Gate Creeper stealing riffs? Every time I heard Gate Creeper, they've come across a bit boring, to be honest with you. Frozen Soul, I heard some EP they did. It's one of those death metal bands that have a toe in the hardcore circuit purely for, you know, fashion purposes. Not the band itself, but the band has got a toe in hardcore fashion. Like, hardcore kids like to wear Frozen Soul merchandise and support bands of such within that realm. I think it falls within, I don't know if they're being picked up by this level, probably not, but from what I know of modern death metal, it falls within the realm of the, is it Maggot Stomp and who else? I don't even know who else is adjacent as far as record labels, but, you know, modern, old school revival-esque death metal bands that are quite trendy. I think there has been a revival, most certainly, with, you know, early 20 something people into alternate music, whether it be the hardcore circuit, if not the death metal. You know what I mean? Like the, you don't need... what do I know? What do I know? I know nothing. I know nothing. I know nothing. Yeah, but if anybody knows about Gate Creeper stealing riffs, let me know. Stockholm death metal. Oh, on a side note, over here, right, that goes through periods where people from hardcore bands and hardcore background and into hardcore start doing the whole metal thing. And the only thing that changes really is the t-shirt they wear when they perform live. And it just seems a little bit false, you know what I mean? They go from being these 80s, you know... I mean, what can I say? What can I say? The exact same person, you'll see him in a different band and the outfit will be changed and you're just like, it looks like you're dressing up. You know what I mean? They switch characters depending on what band they're performing with and stuff like that. And it becomes a trend. It's a very trendy thing. But I've seen grown men doing this. And that's something that turns me off a lot. You know what I mean? It's alright to have a broad music taste and be interested in that. But it seems like a lot of bands come and go because it's sort of like the tale of the times where, oh, people are into death metal. Oh, I've checked out death metal. And then for 2 years they'll do a death metal act and then whatever happens from there on. But it's just, there's no real foundation that comes from it because it looks like a bit of a dress up, to be honest with you. You have it happen a lot. It happens with beatdown bands a lot as well. Like, you know, people who aren't tough and don't come from a background as to where there's any legitimacy with the music and the style of music they play and the emphasis on the lyrical content and energy. They'll come, get involved, enjoy something, start a band, which isn't a problem, but the music is just so plastic, you know what I mean? There's just nothing to it, and these kids come and go. Some of them get successful, to be honest with you, but for the most part, it's sad to see. I can't respect the art. Proteus says this includes the best mosh part ever. Have we bypassed that? Where's the mosh part? That was Morbid Devourment. Was that mosh riff that was referenced the one here? Was that it? It wasn't the best mosh riff ever. I want to finish this video with a comment, right? Alejandro Rodriguez says, the more I listen to this one, the more I think Clandestine, or Clandestine perhaps, is way superior in any way. The riffs here are not that memorable. So Clandestine, well, is that a full record that's coming up soon? Shannon Kinney says, I'm surprised so many people agree with that. I think Left Hand Path is noticeably heavier and more exciting. Not to mention the more evocative atmosphere and superior guitar tone. Somebody says that Clandestine is boring, mid-tempoed, over-polished sounding death metal album. Yo, if it sounds over-polished, I'm looking forward to hearing it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's much of a thing. This is Entombed best work. LG Petrov makes all the difference. So perhaps he isn't performing in Clandestine. This is Entombed best work, people say. I would argue that this album is extremely boring one. Wow, we've got a right discussion going on here. The guitar tone is way cooler on Clandestine. For you, because you don't like real death metal. Ooh. And that has got to be one of the lamest things anyone's ever said to me, lol. Get over yourself. I'm going to give you your first like for that comment. Yeah, that is a lame thing to say. That is a very lame thing to say. Do you like The Eternal Fall? No. Slowly We Rot? No. Butchered at Birth? No. Left Hand... Oh, this guy is... Nirvana 2002? No. Bestial Devastation? No. For the Security? No. Dark Recollections? No. Hallucination? Who the hell is this guy? Yo, you're getting a dislike. You're getting a dislike. Nick said himself that they tried too harsh to push the envelope on Clandestine and it ended up sounding weird. LHP reigns supreme, but good. You can prefer inferiority. Just look at Hellhammer. Tom hated those recordings and they're cult as F today. For someone to call LHP boring seems like a kid just getting into old school Swedish death metal from trending internet videos and Slam Worldwide connections or something. Slam Worldwide taking a stray there. To prefer Clandestine and actually insult LHP is a self-proclamation of cultural ignorance and inexperience. This guy's woke. Then again, maybe some people just like whatever they like. People also change. I'll give you a thumbs up for that. That's a good final comment on there. People think that LHP is overrated, don't understand the genre, and should have their death metal listening completely revoked. Seriously, I don't understand how anyone could call this album boring and inferior to Clandestine. This is easily top 5 greatest death metal albums of all time, and dare I say top 5 metal albums of all time. That's your personal opinion, Joel Fron. That's a very bold statement. I agree, but squishy snowflake types like their higher tunings and polished production with a side of easy listening. I do. I'm a squishy snowflake. You know the types. I listen to everything wearing a Nirvana shirt or whatever. They're outsiders looking in. That's me. That's me. I'm King of the Posers TV. That's me. Hold on. Does my microphone... Oh, I don't think it comes straight through the audio capture. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. That would have been good. It's my audio input. I might see if I can switch that up. One moment. Mic checker, right. So, Left Hand Path is the one-stop monument of death metal. Nova death metal stands in its altar to this day, right? So we finished that off with a nice little debate there. I enjoyed that. I felt it was a good open discussion. Most definitely. We've got Abnormally Deceased coming in next, all right? 3 minutes long. Hold on tight. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Abnormally Deceased. This is track number 9 of 12. I mean, last one raised a great discussion in the comment section. It was a nice read. This one's Abnormally Deceased. Come on. Heavy. Somebody says when you stub your toe. Come on. Oh, I bet the pits were wild back in the day. I could argue this is more or less an instrumental. More or less, we've had like one verse. A couple of yars. That was good. Letting that punk shine through there with that higher register riff. Yeah, it was good. I liked it. I mean, it's metal thrashing mad. What more can I say? It's a mosh pit. It's a mosh pit fiasco. A mosh pit fiesta. It's got low view count. 16k views in relation to what I've been looking at isn't high whatsoever. But like I said, it was more or less an instrumental for the most part. We had 2 verse sections, and then the rest was just balls to the walls. So we got The Truth Beyond coming up next, track number 10. We're getting to the end of the record. Let's keep it moving. Let's even less views on this, so I don't know what to expect. People might just not listen to the end of the record, to be fair. Come on. Yes, now bless now. Dezrocksteady. Need to sort my barnet out. Could do with washing it, to be honest. But we're a Grebo tonight, alright? With all the Grebos. Shout out to all of you Grebos out there. You grungers, you metalheads. You greasy SOBs. This is Left Hand Path. This is The Truth Beyond. Track number 10. Let's go. Here we go. Quite a storytelling tune, this one. Quite a unique solo. Quite a unique solo. That was The Truth Beyond. I can see why it only had 15k views. It wasn't the best track on the record. I like the bell hit. And it was more of a lyrical content tune in it, as opposed to like an instrumental. Although the solo was quite unique in its own way, and I appreciated that. You know, I didn't think it was the greatest solo of all time, but it was a nice change from the norm. We got Carnal Leftovers coming up next, track 11. Hold on. There's Rocksteady, KOTP TV, King of the Pit TV. Carnal Leftovers. We're bumping the numbers up here with 27,000 views. Last track had 15,000. So, you know, I think the people like this one. Let's find out why, alright? Let's go. Rock and roll, come on. D-beat rock and roll, come on. Hey, first comment, clear DB influence. At times it sounds like a morbid version of Discharge. Swedish death metal used to sound quite DB-ish back in the late 80s, early 90s compared to the American or Dutch death metal of the same period. We've got 9 replies there. Agreed, along with Premature Autopsy. I find that pre-Entombed and pre-At the Gates. Swedish extreme death metal sounding more raw. Wish there were more bands like them. Yeah, I appreciate the punk influence more so than the rest. Definitely. Come on. Somebody says the hell is DB and Misanthropy 8 says casual. That's a tight thing to respond to. Somebody's good. Giving him an answer at least. Did you hear that? It's the Swedish ice cream truck. I don't know the reference to that one. The version I have of Left Hand Path calls this track Carnival Leftovers. Kick drum sounding clean right now. Nice pattern to the kick. Yeah, that DB influence was really good. Yeah, really good. It's nice to read in the comments, clue myself up a bit, that this Swedish stuff is a little more punk infused. That tickles my pickle. That's really good. So I think I probably prefer the majority of this stuff over the American stuff by the looks of things. Although the American stuff seemed to have a great big tinge of thrash metal. So I guess it depends, but you know, arguably, there's a lot of punk in thrash, so who knows? I guess it's a band-by-band basis. We've got Premature Autopsy coming up, which somebody says is also quite DB influence, punk influence, so this is going to be good. 33k views, so we're finishing off an even more popular one than Carnival Leftovers. Let's find out what the deal is. dezrocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Let's finish this record off. We've been listening to Entombed, Left Hand Path. I'm going to finish this off with a little overview and a rating of this record, so hold on tight. This is Premature Autopsy. Come on. Hammer smashed face. First riff reminds me of Hammer Smash Face. There we go. You can't say I'm not a metalhead, people. The vocal phrasing, the syllable sounds like Metal Militia. Chrono says, effing Cannibal Corpse stole the riff. 3 responses. Which Cannibal Corpse song? Hammer Smash Face. Oh man, this is true. Yeah, sick. That was a great finish to the record. That was a banger of a tune. That was so high octane. I like that. Proper skanker. Proper skanker. The vocals were alright as well. Like the vocal effect. With it, people are saying it's a bonus track. So I understand. But it's tough. Because either it works really well, but then again, if it works really well, you can then do the next record with them vocals. So I guess you can put your foot in the water with them. Yeah, I'm not complaining. That was good. That was good. I'm going to do another video now where I overview the record. But this was one of the highlights. This was one of the best tunes on record, no doubt. Possibly the best one. Possibly the best one. Was there a guitar solo in there? I don't remember a guitar solo. Quality. Quality.